In this video, we'll give you step-by-step instructions for installing a water feature with a pond and waterfalls using Little Giant landscape products. Little Giant products uphold the highest quality standards in the nation. In fact, every Little Giant product is produced under strict standards for quality, innovation, and value. And the company operates with a commitment to availability and service that is unmatched by any other supplier. When it comes to selecting a site for your chosen water feature, your homeowner will more than likely have an idea of where they want to place it. It's your job to help them decide if that's really the best location. You'll need to consider how level the site is. You don't want it to be getting a lot of runoff from the rest of the property. You should also note how much sunlight it gets, what trees are shading all or part of the location. In fact, you should take a look at all the surrounding landscape. How natural will the water feature look in that area? And most importantly, you'll want the homeowners to think about how interactive the site will be. Look at the site from all angles, including from home interiors. Is the water feature site close enough to areas already designated for sitting, entertaining, and just enjoying the view? Once the site is chosen, it's time to size your water feature. You'll want to encourage the homeowners to make the pond as large as possible for two reasons. First, the #1 request that landscapers get regarding water features is to come back and make it bigger. It's always more economical to put in a larger pond than it is to put in a small one and increase its size later. Second, larger bodies of water require less maintenance. At 1,000 gallons, Mother Nature starts helping the pond owner out, creating natural biological systems in the water so the pond is much easier to maintain. Make sure you plan the pond deep enough for fish to survive the winter in your area. Where this pond is being installed, the right depth for fish safety in the winter is 24 inches. That's pretty much the minimum depth you'd use anywhere, even without fish. Head north, and you'll want to dig to 36 inches or deeper to keep fish safe over winter. Once you have the shape decided, it's time to measure and use the formula to determine how many gallons it will hold. Make adjustments if necessary to meet your homeowner's goals for size. Once it's all planned out, be sure to take some reference photos, just in case the garden hose is moved before you return for the installation. Once you've determined the measurements and gallon size of the water feature, you can start ordering equipment. Size the pump based on gallon size of the pond for filtration or width of a stream. Size the skimmers and biological waterfall filters based on the flow rate of your pump. Piping size also should be based on the flow rate, not the discharge of the pump. Using improper plumbing sizes can result in reduced flow. For the liner, there's a simple formula to use. Length of the pond plus twice the depth plus 2 extra feet equals liner length. Width of the pond plus twice the depth plus 2 extra feet equals liner width. The underlayment measurement is the same, plus an extra 10 to 25% to help pad rocks. As with any project, you'll need to check building codes and have local public utility companies mark lines so you can dig safely. You also need to hire an electrician to run power to the site for the pump, lighting, a de-icer, and so on. You'll need either a 110 or 220 volt dedicated circuit, depending on your pump. Don't forget to calculate the power you will need to run lights, heat, or other elements. You may need a second dedicated circuit for that. The tools you need are the same basic tools you'd use on most of your landscape installations. These include a square-nosed spade, a round-tip spade, pruning tools to cut roots, a tape measure, 4-foot carpenter's level, utility knife, and a hole saw and drill. You'll also need a screwdriver, an ice pick or awl, pipe wrench, pipe cutter and glue, and a can of spray paint. Now it's time to get to work. First, mark the outline of the pond with spray paint. Next, position your biological waterfall filter box so you'll know where to place excavated dirt. By the way, a good rule of thumb for flat areas is that the top edge of the waterfall unit should be no higher than the total depth of your water feature. Anything higher and it will look unnatural. We're using the natural slope here, which lets us go a little higher. You might want to use a layer of cinder blocks in front of the falls as an understructure for decorative rocks. That will add stability. Set the skimmer box opposite of the falls. Keep in mind that if you have a lot of trees overhead, or if you install more than one biological waterfall filter, you may need more than one skimmer unit. Now, plumb the falls because you're going to backfill around it when you start digging. One nice thing about Little Giant biological waterfall filters, there are 4 hole options, so you can locate the plumbing exactly where you need it. We also like flexible pipe grommets because it makes plumbing the falls so easy. You simply insert the grommet in the hole, lube the pipe, and insert the pipe about 3 inches into the falls unit. If you're installing a backflush kit, do that now, following the same general steps. Then, set the falls in place. We always place a heavy rock or cinder block inside the unit to keep it stable while we backfill around it. Now, make sure the falls box is level from right to left. From front to back, the unit should be tipped slightly forward. As you backfill, make sure you don't fill above the liner connection area because you'll need to attach the liner later.